Welcome to Active Bryant Systems. I'm Scott Bryant. I'd just like to talk to you about weight loss for women. Right, the truth about weight loss for women is that a woman's hormonal system is much more fragile than a man's. You've heard me say this before in other videos, is that a woman can't get away with missing meals. If they miss a meal, their body will store more body fat because they're designed to survive for a famine. So if there's a famine and they need to feed their baby, the body will produce more body fat so the breast can produce more milk for the baby to feed the baby. Okay, so number one tip is never diet. Okay, number two tip is lots of women in the gym are just doing cardiovascular training. Okay, so that means running on the treadmill, road running, or cycling on a bike. Now, I've got nothing against cardiovascular training, but a woman's got a much less muscle mass than a man and much less the testosterone than a man. And we know that muscle keeps fat off the body, like there. Okay, so the more weight training they do, the stronger they become, the leaner they become, and the more empowered they become, because they can see their strength going up and up and up. Now, I've met a woman of 50 kilos and she was deadlifting or lifting off the floor 100 kilos or 80 kilos. So that's showing how strong her quads, her glutes, her hamstring is for a body weight ratio. Okay, so tip number two is fish oils. We all need to add a certain amount of fish oils inside our system in which to get the metabolic rate up, so we burn more body fat, and it helps keep inflammation out of joints and out of the body. Okay, so fish oils is another top tip. Another top tip is circuit training for women is really good, because it will be like a cardiovascular workout, because when you're doing 6 to 10 circuits in 45 minutes and you're making sure that your rest and your tempo is right, then the body will have to tap into the fat stores so the body changes more. Okay, the next top tip for women for weight loss is not to have a sugary drink or sugary foods after a workout. Make sure you have a protein food, but find out what your type is first, whether you're a carbohydrate type, a protein type, or a mixed type. When you know what type you are for your body style, then that way the body will change much quicker. So what I found with women is weight training works. They do not get big and bulky. Okay, if you get big and bulky on your weightlifting program, then you're genetically gifted and you should be an Olympic lifter. Okay, but for 90% of women it doesn't happen, and a lot of women's hormones are really depleted from taking the pill, not eating according to their type, not going to bed early enough, and drinking too much alcohol. So, and the bigger percentage of women smoke as well, because they seem to have an attachment on smoking a cigarette and find it harder to quit because they're more emotional than what men are. But I could argue with that because, you know, I'm quite an emotional person. Some men are emotional, or all men are emotional, but some men are better at holding it in than others. So what I would say is weight training or circuit training, you know, 3 or 4 times a week, high protein foods after training, resting after training, and cutting out alcohol. If you've got cellulite on the back of your legs, which a lot of women have because that's where they store body fat or fat in their legs, a good detoxification program, which I'll do a video on, will really help get rid of cellulite and dry skin brushing, and there's lots of other techniques as well. So I'm Scott Bryant of Active Bryant Systems. If you could comment at the bottom and like my page as well, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate that, and tell all your friends. Okay, thanks very much. I'm Scott Bryant of Active Bryant Systems.